Hi, this is Wendy Yellen and the Art of Transformation. If you want to be notified as soon as these come up, please like and subscribe, and thank you for that. So what can really happen for you with eidetic imagery? I'm going to tell you some stories this month about what has happened for other people that I think you're going to be able to relate to no matter what's going on inside of you. So, and I'm going to be looking at my notes a little bit, make sure I cover everything. So with this one client, and I'm going to mix clients a little bit together so they're not identifiable at all. With this one client, she's very, very successful in her field, and she's been doing it for a long time. She has a family and grown adult children, and she looks fantastic from the outside. She's worked a lot with herself to try to soothe herself from her anxiety. She has recently had before we started working, had a few anxiety attacks. And the way she tries to get herself out of that is to basically try to rationalize or think herself out of it, make everything okay with her head. And that works only to a certain level. It leaves her feeling tight and wound up inside, and it leaves her feeling on the edge a lot, and she hadn't been sleeping all that well either. So we looked at how her current circumstances were similar to something that happened to her a long time ago, where there was a trauma with an early illness of a parent. And we worked with really going into different aspects of that trauma eidetically. The more we worked on this very, very deep level, the more that her physical body started to relax. You could see her face relaxing, her cheeks relaxing, her shoulders relaxing. And she told me that after our first session, where we did a couple different images that related to the trauma, she said she slept at a depth that she hadn't slept in years, and she's also started dreaming again, which she hadn't been dreaming for a while. She had been so desperate to feel better. Now, the problem was that she was trying to make herself look, feel, and act differently by twisting herself into okayness. And that just wasn't working. So what we did was we went back to the difficult points of the trauma, and we loosened their hold on her and gave her relief in the moment in the image. But the thing about eidetic imagery is when you get relief in an image, it permeates throughout your whole body. It creates a different neural pathway, one that probably hasn't been used in a long time, and that pathway gets reinforced by looking at the image over and over again, which means that you begin, and what happened, she began to actually experience those images deep, deep inside of herself, so that there was relaxation and more trust. And she said she had started to feel hopeful that she could be in the world differently, hopeful for the first time in her life about this trauma that had been with her for decades. That's what's available for you too. If trying to solve your situation with your head or trying to force yourself to feel a different way isn't working, then I really want you to hear there is another way. And you'll see here a place where you can go to apply for a complimentary transformation acceleration meeting with me, where we'll talk about what this work would be like for you to experience and what would be available for you that maybe feels very buried and maybe buried for decades. If that's something you really want to move out of and you're ready right now, then let's talk. All right, see you on the next vlog. And remember that no matter how much personal work you've already done, there is something that you haven't already seen, you haven't already experienced, that is waiting for you. All right, see you next time. You already know that there's so much more to life than what you're currently experiencing, or at least you hope so. And you also know that you didn't come here for a life half lived. There is much more for you. So let's start. Go to www.measiwanttobe.com. There's an application there. Fill it out and submit it. And then we'll meet by phone. During that time, I'll show you how your eidetic image is showing you, pinpointing exactly where the difficulties are arising from, and also, even better, your unique way out. We'll also go over what you're experiencing right now in your life, what you want, and how it might work for us to work together privately with Eidetics. And this is true no matter how much personal work you've done. There's absolutely no obligation. This is my gift to you. It's a gift of my time. www.measiwanttobe.com, and please hit subscribe before you leave. There is so much more to life than what you may currently be experiencing, and you don't have to do this alone. Hope to talk to you soon.